What's going on, guys? Welcome to New Year 2022. The car is over here at Cameron Johnson Race Cars. We're here right now because we're getting some updates done on the car, and we're actually doing something that I would never thought we would do. When we first built this car, we were talking about running on radials. We were talking about running big tire for No Prep Kings. We ran No Prep Kings this year, finished third, did very well. Now it is time to put the car on radials. The reason why we're putting the car on radials is because we actually had to take the rear end out of the car that was for big tires, and we're sending it off for updates. There's some stuff that we want to do rolling into season 5 of Street Outlaw No Prep Kings, and that requires us to basically get some different mounts and everything on the rear end for weight purposes. So that's why the car's over here at Cameron Johnson Race Cars. We yanked the rear end out. We're sending it off to Marty Merrilat. He's going to get it fixed up for us. And while the car was here, there was some stuff that needed to get fixed. Some windows, y'all seen the body was all cracked up. The A-pillars, they were getting ready to blow off. Cameron said that he needed to fix it. So that's the reason why we brought it over here. So we kind of got like a little list going on right here of different stuff that needs to get fixed. So you got parachute on the back of the car. We are actually moving some weight around in the rear of the car, making some different brackets and stuff to be able to have a better year this year. We are going to be testing a lot of stuff on this car, non-lockup, different transmissions, getting ready for season 5. The new car will not be done in time to be able to go out. It'll possibly be done, but to go out there and test, get it all ready, we'll be behind the 8 ball, kind of like how we were with Prenup with the new car Blue. So running this car for one season, we know what it likes, we know what it doesn't like, we know what we need to fix on it, and that's why we're over here for the updates to get done. We're gonna go run Street Nationals, US Street Nationals at the end of January on radials, run PRO275. Hopefully we can be competitive in that class there. Car will then come back to Cameron Johnson Race Cars after that, so we can do a couple more changes that we're not able to get done in this first time, and then the car is getting painted. Yep, we're gonna paint the car. I was gonna wrap it, but after talking to some people and previous cars that I've had, painting them, they do look a lot better. So we've got hooked up with a guy here local that is gonna paint the car, so we're making sure we get everything on. Cameron has went through, panel bonded everything. The bumper is a lot more sturdy. You can see this in here. He built some mounts, so that's all sturdy. There's a mount in there. If you can see right here, we got the radials on it. You see how there's not such a big gap in between the wheel well and the wheel? The reason that is because with the radial, it's a lot smaller tire. The reason why we have to run the big tires, which is those over there, we have to run those so far in is because of this body line right here. The tire is so tall that it actually hits this body line. And for us to get the ride height measurement that we need, we have to be able to suck the tire in basically past this point, because when the car does squat or do whatever it's doing going down the track, it does not rub. It actually started rubbing at the beginning of the season, and we had to fix that. So now we have gotten that fixed. That's the reason why we went through. We did the body work on the outside. You can see it's very filthy right now because it's just got a primer on it. But we will have the car painted. We'll have everything done. Me and Cameron have talked. We plan on changing some things to be able to have the car look more factory look. So that means widening the rear end, pushing the tires out, doing some stuff. We will get to talking about the front end here in a minute on why we're not gonna put the grille and headlights in. We have a pretty good reasoning why we're not gonna do it. I wish we could do it, but we're just not allowed to. Let me rephrase that. We are allowed to, we're not going to, due to the fact, weight purposes, to run this car, what we're gonna run at, what it weighs now, what percentage we need to be. We can't be putting no more weight on the front of the car. It's just gonna make it worse for our program. So when we do get it painted, we are gonna have everything airbrushed in. We're gonna have a grill airbrushed in. We're gonna have the radiator up the front of it airbrushed in. So it will look like a factory looking car. It's just not gonna have the lights due to weight purposes. And we'll talk a little bit more about that later on in this video. Yeah, the car is a little dirty right now because they are doing work on it. You can see they fixed all the A-pillars. Everything is all stout. We are going to be testing out a new converter, new quick drive. We're changing some stuff in that. We also got hooked up with Liberty. They are coming back on board for us this season for Street Outlaw No Prep King Season 5. We are going to be testing out a couple different speeds, how many gear sets. We're gonna test the hell out of this car. One, to get more data for the new car, but to also see which way's faster. We weren't allowed to test last season because we had to run basically every weekend. So it made it very hard, very tough to actually get out there and test. With my guys, you know, the professional crew, they had to fly back home and go to work and stuff. So it did make it very tough, but we plan on testing to be able to see what the fastest route is before we go into our first race, which will be April 1st through the 3rd. Is going to be the first official race for Street Outlaw No Prep Kings. But Cameron's going through, he's knocking it all out, he's getting everything 100% fixed. We need to get the car back to the shop because with me, Crazy Kyle did start today, his official first day with us full time, but we got to get the car back over there. We got to tear the motor down. We have to put new rods in it, put springs in it, freshen everything up, get through, just look at everything. So we, one, can go run PRO275, but two, get ready to start testing and just look everything over to make sure we don't have nothing dumb happen to us. Brought the car here, put it up, tried to fire it up in the shop for Cameron and the guys, and the primer pump took a crap. So stuff like that, we ran a whole season, it's time to start looking over things. So primer pump took a crap, but Justin, Modern Racing, we're getting another primer pump. He's coming out, he's gonna send it out. We're gonna get that on there and we'll be able to fire this thing back up. I thought I would be able to fire it up without the primer pump, but I thought wrong. This thing, you got to get quite a bit of fuel inside the rails, getting down in the runners to be able to get this thing to fire up. So once we get that, we'll be able to fire it up. But we need to get it serviced. That means that rods, springs, and that parts will be on the website here soon. If you haven't done it already, head over to our website, www.justswanstrom69.com. Get you your merch, wear it proud. We have shirts, we have hats, and we got new stuff coming out. But you can see right here how many runs are on it. This motor right now has 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and it looks like to have 29. I like to change the rods around 30. We change the springs around 30 as well, just because we have the heads off. So we're right there. So we need to get that changed out. And then once we do that, we'll be able to go out testing on the radials. I'm excited for the radials. They fit well in the car. We're gonna be running PRO275. We'll see how fast they can go. That class is very, very competitive, but we'll see what Prenup does while on a radial. What you looking at? Something dumb?
Stupid.
That's usually your response.
Looks like about $5,000 to me. $2,500 anyway.
About 4,500 is about right. Yeah. For our billets intersection.
Yeah, floater shit.
This one here is bad. Try to spin that.
I didn't see the bearings fucked up.
Yeah, see how it's tight? It wouldn't have went one more pass. It's locked up. So that last pass we went, which was 373 at 203, almost 204 mile an hour, but it wouldn't have went one more pass. It locked up the gear, but we were taking this stuff out anyways, like I said, to update the rear end and everything and put the radials on it. So we're gonna send this back to Carmack, have him go through it, see exactly what went wrong. Either the pinion went out or the bearing, something happened to allow that thing to lock up. I offered to take it home, but Cameron said that he wanted to ship it out for me. So look at the Nova over there, guys.
Not long now, huh?
Not long now. Y'all didn't know that we were already building this. Ain't that right, Cameron? Just say yeah. So I don't know if y'all have seen online on my other social medias, but the whole Camaro was just a prank type deal. I was just messing around with people. Me and Cameron were gonna build a Nova the whole time, but we officially dropped the rendering, and I'll put it in the video right here real quick. but we are building a 1969 Nova. We wanted to do something where a lot of the other cars, there's too many Camaros in the class. So we picked something that was an older style car, but also it was very few. So right now you have Murder Nova in the class, and then you're gonna have our Nova in there as well. I plan on testing. He's beat my ass this year. I think I'm 0-2 against him. Or no, 0-3, I'm sorry. So he is totally beat my ass every time I raced him. But next year's a new year. I'm gonna see if I can return the favor. But I think it's gonna be nice once it's all said and done. Cameron's building this one right now for a customer. They are working on it, but it'll be similar, everything how it is, other than my stuff will be a little bit different, as in transmission location, engine location, seeing everything. But it does look badass. It even got the crooked shuffle on the wheel in the back right now. That's a new design, helps stop the car. We don't run brakes because brakes are too much weight on the car. So Cameron's got it set up to where the wheels turn and it stops the car. But got the wing and everything on the car, so everything's going to be pretty similar, other than we're going to be moving the motor placement, and I'm a little bit bigger driver than the guy that's getting inside this one, so we have to make some changes on that. But if he ever gets to actually start building it,
yeah, hopefully. Huh?
when it, like June
June will start, yeah.
So then it'll be done August of
The next June.
2026.
Yeah, probably about that. Pretty close.
You better get on. I'm gonna have them just start spamming you to get done with this one.
You should.
Look at, you got windows to do. You got the rear deck lid to fix.
You good, huh?
You ain't even fixed my window on the side of the door yet.
Mine.
It'll be out of here Friday.
It'll be out of here Friday, he says, guys.
It'll be done Friday.
Stop it.
For real. True story.
I can't wait to he starts on the new car. The new car is gonna be dope. What we're basically taking from this car and putting it into the new car is just knowledge throughout the year. Dad learned a lot, I learned a lot. Different motor placement, different weight placement, and that's kind of one thing I wanted to talk about real quick, because I did say we were going to put the grill and headlights in the front of this car. Well, I ran last year at, my base weight was 2850. I ran a lockup setup. I was 100 pounds heavier than Ryan Martin, because Ryan Martin ran a non-lockup. So at 2850, I really would race at about 2865, 2870, just to make sure that I'm overweight. I don't come in light or anywhere close to it. You don't want to flirt with that. But with that being said, these cars run at certain percentages. So you have to make sure you have a certain amount of weight percentage on the rear of the car, just like you have to make sure you have a certain amount of weight percentage on the front of the car. With how this car is set up, we know where we're at. We have learned that we could possibly move the motor, take some things, put it to the rear of the car, and that's kind of what we're doing right now to update this car, because this is the car that we're going to start out with for MPK Season 5. But the new car will definitely be all upgraded, everything. This car still is going to run perfect and still going to have all the best of the best on it. There's just some bells and whistles that we're going to change on the new car. But with that being said, I can't add no more weight on the front end right now. We are gonna try to run at 2750. So we're basically taking 100 pounds out of the car. Yes, we're gonna be able to run at that weight. This car weighs about 2685, I think is what it weighed with no ballast in the car. But the car doesn't work with no ballast in the car. Y'all seen it in some of the passes. We tried to take all the weight out. We were out there shaking the tires doing it. We couldn't get it figured out. We then put all the weight back in it and we went 373. I can't put no more weight on the front end, so I'm not able to put the headlights and grill in it, because the headlights and grill is about 65 pounds by itself. So it's very, very heavy. I would love to be able to do it, but I can't put weight on the nose, not on this car. All the weight needs to go either in the center or to the rear. Some of y'all are gonna say, why don't your fat ass go on a diet and lose some weight? It doesn't work like that, because even if I lose weight, it's gonna put more percentage on the front end. I would love to lose weight. I'm not going to, but Scott's over there. But it's going to put more nose weight on the front end. So that's the reason why we're going to do that. We are going to get it painted. We are going to have it professionally airbrushed. It's going to look like a factory deal. Now for the new car, the 1969 Nova, it is going to be factory to the T. We are gonna have all the chrome trimming. We're gonna have the headlights, tail lights, fog lights, everything. I might even put turn signals inside this thing. That is the game plan with the new car. We're taking our time on it. I told Cameron, we actually talked about it, seeing what kind of time frame we had if we were gonna try to run the new car. I didn't think it was beneficial. I didn't think it would be smart to run it like that. So that's the reason why we are going to focus on the Lexus. The Lexus ran good for us the first season. I think it's gonna run even better next season because we learned so much more on the car. We're gonna take our time on the Nova. We are gonna make sure it is factory looking. That car will be painted as well. We'll have all the stock headlights. We'll have all the stock trimming, everything for it. So that car there, we're gonna take our time on to be able to get done, while this car here is gonna be our little horse. Hopefully can do good, win us some races, and get us a championship.
Did you say horse?
Horse.
Oh.
You always got your mind in the gutter. Do you fire your truck up while you're in here?
Yeah.
That's how I know you got too much money. He's just out there burning fuel.
That's not lariat.
That's that lariat money. Look at this guy.
Stop it.
Cameron's the dude that's worth about $3.5 million
Shit.
and wears $3 shoes.
$3.50 maybe.
Stop it, man. Don't lie to me.
Come on, man.
You're definitely worth a couple million.
I wish.
Shit, you put him on the map, Dustin.
Yeah, I was only worth $50 for him.
Yeah, before you, he was shit.
And then after dealing with Justin, I was worth $1.75. So
You did get Monza and Clay and all of them in here, though.
did. That's true.
Are you gonna have Monza and them's car done? You're just not gonna have my shit done.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Exactly.
What happened here? You got to do some work on that?
Yeah, Cameron still got to fix that, but it's got to be out of here by Friday. We broke that in Colorado throughout the season, so we had to do a quick patch job, put a plate on it. Cameron's going to come through, he's going to knock that plate off, and he's actually going to plate it all in. And he's actually even put it into his new builds where he's going to start plating everything.
Nice.
Just so it makes it stronger. This was kind of like Cameron's little test car. I was Cameron's test dummy.
Well, the good thing is that your average racer takes care of their stuff more. So Justin was actually the perfect person to give the stuff to because
He beats
this
the
thing
fuck
was
out of
brand new, and they had
Ryan's car was
had-
brand new too. His
they
car
had-
don't look like this.
Hey, they had carbon tossed out in the fucking dirt at the shop, and they had
We had to.
the thing upside down on the roof so they could do an oil
I
change
tried to get Cameron in my
They did
original.
good.
I tried to get Cameron in my original carbon guy to do the doors in the front end to get it fixed, but that went on for like 2 months and it never came through. So I had to hit up my body guy that doesn't even mess with carbon. He cussed me out.
Unbelievable.
He don't like dealing with carbon. But rear end is inside the car. Cameron's got a new wishbone and everything in. We are waiting on the gear to show up from Carmack Engineering. Hey, does that gear not have studs? Or the rear end?
No, I guess not.
We need to do something.
Oh no, probably. I didn't even look at that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we need to figure out, I don't know what it is, but yeah, we need to put studs in it. But then we're getting a drive shaft. Drive shaft will be here. Everything. My rear end had studs. I know it came with it. We had to add them in. But man, look how much room's inside here because of the radials.
Hell yeah.
Look at all this back here. Cameron even made this back here. We were having issues throughout the season with the bumper caving in. So he made a support that goes down that's going to hold the bumper out. Like I said, we're going to get everything finished up, finalized, and then we'll get the car painted. Are we allowed to powder coat these? Mm-hmm. Well, you won't let me powder coat my titanium, but you'll let me powder coat that.
Yeah, that's aluminum. You powder coat that.
Aluminum titanium is the same thing, Cameron.
Yeah, I hear you.
It's the same thing.
I hear you.
Marty got new rear end in the car. But see, like this rear end here doesn't have the updates that we're wanting to do on the new rear end, so we're gonna change all that. Are you ready to leave yet?
Yeah, whatever.
And bring me those shock spacer deals tomorrow.
Oh, so we can extend the shocks. Yeah, these are the same shocks that we use on the big tire. So we are going to be running the same deal on the radial. We'll have to change the settings around, but we need more extension. Cameron had to build
Body separation with the radio, huh?
anti-roll links so we get separation, but the extra the extra length on the shocks will give us about another 2-3 inches, and we'll have, how much do you think we'll have? 7-inch extension probably?
6 or 7, yeah.
So once we get that, just go through. We beat the hell out of the car, but we're getting everything fixed, and then it'll be all brand new. We gotta do tabs underneath for the for these back here. Like you said, we got them all
No, but it's not a bad idea.
zip tied, all that, and then just go through, service the engine, get everything ready. But we will be running on radials here at the end of the month, and see what this thing goes. I think it's gonna go pretty fast. I think it's gonna run somewhere in the same exact numbers that it already went. So we just need to go out there, do the test. We need to get it ready, and then we will send it back, and we'll get it put back in no prep trim to start running no prep. But I just wanted to give y'all a quick update, guys. We will be picking the car up on Friday. We'll be servicing the motor. We're posting videos every Monday and Thursday, 4:30 p.m. So make sure you have that bell notification turned on. Whenever we post a video, you're there to watch it. If you haven't done it already, head over to the website, www.justiswanstrom69.com. Get your merch. We have new merch on the way. I am designing stuff as we speak. If you also go on the website, you can click on the Swan fans up top. We got our own little Discord. It's kind of like Facebook and Instagram put together. You go over there, you get put in our Discord, you get to talk, chat with us all day, every day. I'm in there, Big Daddy Brian, Slinky's in there, Crazy Kyle's in there. We're all in there, we're all having fun. I think we're up to about 150 members right now. So we're doing extremely well, and it's fun over there. Everything goes right back into the race program. Cameron has hit me over the head with this new car, so I got to come up with about another $500,000 to be able to cover this bill. Every time I come over here, he adds another 50 grand to it, so I need y'all's help. I need y'all's help to be able to cover this process. How much is the bill on this one?
This?
Yeah.
Probably no more than 20,000.
Do you ever do like a real estimate, or do you just look at
What I do is usually.
Yeah, how do you estimate my stuff?
Whenever you're ready to pick yours up, I look and see what I need. You know, if the wife needs a new diamond, or if there's a new car I need, or something like that. So then I just figure out what that's going to cost, and then I just bill you. And then I just put the different hours in there.
Cameron's a big watch guy right now, so he's been messaging me. He wants a, what was it, a Hawk?
Yeah, like a Hawk.
A Hawk or a Batman?
Oh, I bet it costs about 20,000.
Yep. And that's kind of what my bill's gonna be.
See that worked out.
I think I'm quick.
Yeah, it worked out.
Yeah. So, anybody out there got a Hawk or a Batman and might possibly want to sell it,
and wants to have a race car done, and you want to skip the line, we'll put Justin's car out back and start on yours.
So anyways, guys, we'll see y'all later.